Now, Jamaica's successes in track and field on the international stage in the last 2 decades have been driven mainly by local clubs. TVJ's Denise Walters has been exploring what it actually costs these local track and field clubs to keep producing world beaters and how they survive and take care of their financial obligations.
Bolt gets it again!
The nation celebrates collectively when our athletes, the likes of Usain Bolt, Elaine Thompson, Shelley and Fraser Price, among others, who are mostly locally trained to secure podium spots at the Olympics and World Championships. However, President of the MVP Track and Field Club, Bruce James, says track and field clubs usually find it hard to survive without at least having one elite athlete.
I think it's going to be a big challenge to be working hard with the goal of developing world-class athletes. If you don't achieve your goal in almost anything, it's going to be difficult to continue.
Acting principal of GC Foster College, Maurice Wilson, who's also the head coach of Sprint Tech, agrees.
To make money in track and field at the highest level, I'm convinced that you must have a megastar. I believe that if I was to think of the sport solely as track and field business, then a lot of the athletes that I'm coaching would not be here.
Head coach of the race's track club, Glenn Mills, admits that it is hard to get sponsors to invest in the development of upcoming athletes.
If you are already there with your professional and earning, it is easier for us to get more contracts and things for those persons. But an emerging athlete who needs the support to get to that level is very difficult.
Head coach of Cameron Blazers, the world 400-meter champion from 1983, Bert Cameron, now only trains Tiffany James and Paul Henry after having several athletes a few years ago. He gives a reason for being forced to downsize.
For the first year, things was great, you know. But then we realized that it was now an exclusive club. We're sponsored by Puma. And I only could coach like 2 outsiders, like from different companies. So while we were doing it, we didn't ever have any other sponsors.
Meanwhile, James points out that sponsors have to see that it benefits them to invest in a club or clubs.
We at MVP have always found that we need to find a way. We need to find a way to survive. We need to find a way to succeed. If you want support, you need to be able to present something that's appealing to sponsors, whether it's government or otherwise.
Wilson says getting sponsors to invest is crucial as the rest of the world is catching up, but finding the marketer to handle that aspect is proving to be a challenge.
We need to pay medical, we need to deal with nutrition, we need to, when they go to meets, they need to eat, some of them need to be transported. So we're not going to take a fee to pay a marketer. I believe sometimes the investment can be that you give the service and then look for the return at the back end.
In part 2 of the series, we'll examine how local track clubs deal with losing star athletes and how sportswear manufacturers help keep clubs afloat. Denise Walters for TVJ Sports.